We start where we left off last week, when one of our panelists pointed to Congressman Jason Crow as her low of the week, citing a TV interview in which he defended a video that he helped create, one encouraging service members to refuse orders if they believe that those orders violate the Constitution. Now, after our show was recorded, the president then called that act punishable by death. Then came a bomb threat to Crow's Aurora office, and the calls for investigations and punishments have only grown louder. Patty, Congressman Crow, and the others involved are not budging. They are not backing down.
The gall of Donald Trump to go after these 6 lawmakers, threaten them with death for taking the heroic act of making a video saying to other members of the military, you do not have to do illegal acts. If we want to talk about her heroism, think this weekend, too, of other military men who've refused to do illegal acts, starting with Silas Sewell, who refused to participate in the Sand Creek Massacre on November 29th, 1864, and was assassinated as thanks on the streets of Denver in 1865. So we should all be thankful to these heroes, these 6 people who've stood up to Trump.
Okay.
Yeah, Patty's right. They're heroes. They did an act of courage by saying to servicemen and women, you do not have to follow illegal orders that are against the Constitution. Whether you've been deployed to a city, whether you've been asked to fire upon individuals that are possibly innocent, you don't have to do those things. And here's the deal. If you do things that are illegal, that's no defense. I'm just following orders is not a defense. So whether you agree with the video or disagree with the video, I think that it is an act of courage. The fact that the president then said horrific things via Twitter, denigrating men and women who have acted honorably. And the thing is it's their opinion. He's free to disagree. What he is not free to do is to call upon the FBI to investigate them and to encourage others to seek revenge against men and women who have served this country with honor.
Marianne.
I can't even imagine any president that we had before Donald Trump saying the things that we're now hearing. And it's disturbing, and it's actually really frightening to consider what could happen to these people. You look at, and I'm going to cite an example from Indiana, where I was a week ago. The Indiana legislature, which is Republican-dominated and has been pretty much the entire time that I can remember, actually stood up to Trump and said, we are not going to redistrict. We're not going to redraw our congressional maps. Republican lawmakers got death threats in Indiana because they stood up to Trump.